I speak today for those who cannot speak. We must stop assuming that the hatred in the world only exists far away, and instead transform this detachment into awareness, peace, and love.
Martin Duque. I speak today for those who cannot speak. I want the victims and survivors of the violent school shooting at Parkland and other similar events to know I stand with them. I will work to prevent future incidents by speaking to our government about gun control and mental health services.
Scott Beagle. I speak today for those who cannot speak. Many great moments in history have been defined by citizens uniting in the face of tragedy. This is one of those moments. And the history books will look back fondly on your show of solidarity for change.
Dworet. I speak today for those who cannot speak. I feel angry that the desire to own a deadly weapon comes before our right to live.
Aaron Weiss. I speak today for those who cannot speak. I do not believe that we as a society can reduce gun violence and make schools safer by putting more guns in more people's hands, trained or not. The day I'm asked to carry a gun as a teacher will be the last day I teach.
Jane Gutenberg.
I speak today for those who cannot speak. I wish there was an answer key, a worked out solution that could show me how to solve the pain that I can subtract nothing from.
Christopher Hickson. I speak today for those who cannot speak. I've been a father for 12 years, but in truth, I've had kids much longer than that. I'm inspired by the leadership being shown by those much younger than I, and I hope that those in elected positions listen to our demands for change.
Luke Hoyer.
I speak today for those who speak. I don't understand why our most powerful leaders aren't devoting more effort to protect the social development for our youth and future generations.
Kara Lorraine. I speak today for those who cannot speak. What if asking for help, especially for mental illness, was not seen as being weak, but instead was supported? Because it takes strength to admit your own shortcomings and imperfections, no matter what they are.
Gina Montalto. I don't understand why we hear more gunshots and death tolls than I love yous and I support yous. I don't understand why there are more assault rifles being exchanged than hugs and high fives.
Joaquin Oliver. I speak today for those who cannot speak. Why is our future compromised by a puppet show of politicians? Why is our value determined by the check our protectors tuck away in their back pockets?
Elena Petty. I speak today for those who cannot speak. As we remember the victims of Parkland, let us not forget all victims of gun violence, especially in communities of color. Did you know that Black children are 10 times more likely to die from gun violence than white children?
Meadow Pollock. I speak today for those who cannot speak. I stand with the surviving student activists of Parkland. I'm so proud of your selflessness and bravery and beauty, but I'd rather you never had a chance to prove it.
Helena Ramsey. I speak today for those who cannot speak. How many people, how many children have to die before we say enough is enough?
Alex Schachter. I speak today for those who cannot speak. I call on not only the members of our community, but also the members of our government to put an end to gun violence, no matter the political cost.
Carmen Shentro. I speak today for those who cannot speak. I dream of a world where civilians cannot purchase military-style weapons. I dream of a world where violence is not masqueraded as entertainment. I dream of a world in which we are not desensitized to mass school shootings.
Peter Wang.
I speak today for those who cannot speak. I call upon each and every one of you to never,
forget our brothers and sisters from Stoneman Douglas, Sandy Hook, Columbine, and most recently Huffman High School, among so many others, to stand up for justice and to be a catalyst for change.
I must begin my brief words this morning by thanking you for your observance today and for inviting me to be part of it. There is really absolutely no place I would rather be than to stand here in solidarity with you. You stand in solidarity with young people across our nation and indeed around the world. The tragedy at Parkland is not even the latest of far too many shooting tragedies. For last Friday, we lost one of San Jose's own, St. Francis High School graduate, Dr. Jennifer Gonzalez, and her unborn child. They were among the 4 who were gunned down in Yountville here in California. But today, your voices are being heard as never, ever before. Your calls for sanity reverberate throughout the halls of power. Today, your outrage is shared by others, and you are, in fact, our teachers. Prayer, of course, is good. Likewise, education is good, and solidarity, too, is good. But we need also to act. We need also to act, to demand change, to protect the lives of innocents. Now, contrary to some, the answer is not more guns, not arming teachers with Uzis or AK-47s. My generation and your parents and indeed grandparents, we have failed. And you, my friends, may be the last chance for real change. You have something to say, and you absolutely must say it. Now, some of you will vote in June and in November, and the rest of you must do the same when your time comes. Politicians live and die by elections. You can be the change. You can be the change that guarantees a chance for life for many. Swords, guns, and all weapons need to be turned into proverbial plowshares. But before this can happen, hearts must first be converted to peace, to justice, to care for one another, each and all as sisters and brothers, dedicated to the common good, sharing a common humanity, even if not a common faith. And let us heed the words of the prophet Isaiah, who foretold that when in fact peace comes, it will be a child will be a child who leads all the rest of us. So then, may God bless you for what you do today and for all that you will do in the tomorrows yet to come.
We will now sing our 2015 liturgical theme song, Nothing More, written in response to the tragic shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut.
We're here for a reason, not just to heal our hearts or mourn for those who were killed, but to fight for change. We're here to go beyond prayers and approach the end goal, justice. You can take that first step today. As the rising leaders of our country, it is imperative that we take part in the political process. Outside of campus ministry are tables where we have representatives from the Santa Clara County Voter Registration Office. At this table is all the necessary documentation to pre-register to vote if you're 16 or 17, or to actually register if you're 18. If you're interested in learning more about gun control legislation, you're invited to stop by the MAP meeting after school in room 105. Beyond this, we encourage you to participate in the March for Our Lives on March 24th in downtown San Jose. A march where kids and families around the world will take to the streets to demand that their lives and safety become a priority. And with that, I'd like to thank you again for your participation and attentiveness in our service this morning. Please also join me in thanking the Campus Ministry Department and the administration for their support, as well as Bishop McGrath for joining us this morning. we close this morning, the bishop will now bless us in our efforts to bring about an end to violence.
I add my thanks to those just expressed, and I will keep all of you in my prayer as you continue now your work to make our world a better place. The Lord be with you. Heavenly Father, you have made us in your image and look with compassion on the whole human family. Although we find ourselves in a broken world, a world in which hurting people hurt other people, it is no mystery that you are a God capable of healing our world through justice and through love. May we be empowered by your Spirit to reverse the conditions that produce men and women who are driven to resort to gun violence and destructive behavior. Lord, continue working through these young people here at Archbishop Mitty High School. Give them the strength and courage to be ambassadors of your peace and advocates for a world that is free of gun violence. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. The Lord be with you. May Almighty God bless us, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you and have a nice day.